Short essay on Independence Day, the day India became independent. The day of the 15th of August 1947 has been embossed in the golden history of India. It is the day when India got its freedom from 200 years of British rule. It was a hard and long struggle in which many freedom fighters and great men sacrificed their lives for our beloved motherland. India celebrates its Independence Day on the 15th of August every year. However, this year, the auspicious day is being celebrated as 75 Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav 2022, to commemorate 75 long years of India's independence. Independence Day, called the Red Letter Day in the history of our country, is celebrated as a national holiday throughout India. Independence Day 2022 helps us remember every one of the penances our political dissidents made to liberate India from British rule. On the 15th of August 1947, India was announced free from British imperialism and turned into the biggest vote-based system, the largest democracy in the world. In this essay on Independence Day, students can track down every one of the significant subtleties of India's independence history. They can allude to it for their exam preparation as papers are generally asked in the CBSE English paper. Additionally, they can utilize this article as study material for the Independence Day essay for kids during the exam. Essay on Independence Day 2215th August is commended as a public celebration with flag hoisting, marches and social works. Schools, universities, workplaces, society buildings, government and private associations celebrate this day beautifully. On this day, the Prime Minister of India hoists the national flag at the Red Fort and addresses the country with a speech. Doordarshan communicates the whole occasion in real time on TV. History of Independence Day in 1947, on the 15th of August, India became independent. We won freedom from British Raj after a hard struggle. On this day at the stroke of midnight, Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru, our first Prime Minister, unfurled the national flag at the Red Fort for the first time. It marked the end of the 200 years old British reign in India. We now breathe air in a free and sovereign nation. The British have governed India for about 200 years. Under British colonization, the life of every Indian was dismal and full of struggle. Indians were treated as slaves and had no freedom of speech. Indian rulers were puppets in the possession of British officers. Indian fighters were dealt with cruelty in British camps, and farmers were starving as they couldn't grow crops and needed to pay substantial land taxes. On this special occasion, the people of India remember the selfless sacrifices and unparalleled contributions of great men and women to achieve the independence of India. Leaders like Mahatma Gandhi, Jawaharlal Nehru, Subhas Chandra Bose, Maulana Abdul Kalam Azad, Sardar Patel, and Gopal Bandhu Das are paid reverent homage by one and all in the country. Great Indian freedom fighters. India couldn't have acquired independence without the efforts of numerous extraordinary freedom fighters. Bhagat Singh, Rani of Jhansi, Chandra Shekhar Azad, Subhas Chandra Bose, Mohandas Karamchand Gandhi, Jawaharlal Nehru, Ram Prasad Bismil, and Ashfaqullah Khan are some of the notable names. Role of women in India's independence. Several women have played a significant part in the Indian freedom movement. Savitribai Phule, Mahadevi Verma, Captain Lakshmi Sehgal, Rani Lakshmi Bai, and Basanti Devi are just a few crucial names to remember. These women, along with many others, played a prominent role in leading India towards its independence. The good British rulers in India. Not all the British were awful. Many started adoring India and did incredible things for it. Some even took part in the Indian independence struggle. Some of the good British rulers include Warren Hastings, who developed court reforms, Frieder Bedi, who supported Indian nationalism, Alan Octavian Hume, who started the Indian National Congress, etc. Why do we celebrate Indian Independence Day? India accomplished freedom following a 200-year-long battle. India gained complete independence from the British on the 15th of August 1947. That is why the day holds importance in the heart of each Indian citizen either living in India or abroad. India is celebrating 75 years of freedom on the 15th of August 2022 as Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav. This day also helps us remember the struggles of freedom fighters and the lives sacrificed in attaining independence. The struggle that our freedom fighters have gone through shows us that the freedom we appreciate today has been attained by shedding the blood of hundreds of individuals. It stirs patriotism inside each Indian. It makes the current generation understand the struggles of individuals around them and familiarize themselves with the freedom fighters of India. Importance of Independence Day. Independence Day is a positive historical event for the country since we were free from British rule on this day. It unites diverse individuals all over the country. Unity in diversity is the fundamental path and strength of India. We feel pleased to be a part of the biggest majority rule country on the planet, where we live in a democracy. Independence Day is an important day in the life of every Indian citizen. Year after year, it reminds us of our great freedom fighters who sacrificed and struggled their lives in order to free our motherland from British rule. It reminds us of the great paragons, which were the foundation of the dream of a free India, envisioned and realized by the founding fathers. Activities on Independence Day. Independence Day is celebrated with great joy across the country. People hold meetings, fly the tricolor flag, and sing the national anthem. There is great enthusiasm among all. In the national capital, Delhi, this day is celebrated with great pomp and show. All leaders and common people gather in large numbers on the parade ground in front of the Red Fort and eagerly wait for the arrival of the Prime Minister. The Prime Minister then hoists the national flag and makes a speech that focuses on the achievements of the government during the past year, mentions the issues that still need to be addressed, and calls upon further developmental efforts. Foreign dignitaries are also invited to this occasion. Tributes are paid to the freedom fighters who sacrificed their lives during the struggle. The Indian national anthem, Jana Gana Mana, is sung. The parade by the Indian Army and the paramilitary forces is followed by the speech. All state capitals hold events on similar lines with the chief minister of the respective states unfurling the national flag. Independence Day is observed with great honor at all the government and private institutions, schools and colleges. Students take part in parades and sing the national anthem before hoisting the national flag. Some historical buildings especially decorated with lights depicting the independence theme. Special programs like planting trees are taken up on this day. The young minds are infused with a sense of patriotism and nationalistic feelings. To celebrate this occasion, sports and cultural competitions are conducted, and prizes are awarded to the winners. Sweets are distributed among everyone. Patriotic songs can be heard at every street corner. Another interesting feature of the celebration is the kite flying event that is held all over the country with great zeal. The sky on this day is filled with kites of various colors, shapes, and sizes. Even television channels and radio programs are charged up with patriotism. The channels telecast movies and documentaries based on patriotic themes in order to let the people and children know about various incidents of our freedom struggle and to inspire a love for our motherland. All the national newspapers also print special editions and cite inspirational stories and excerpts of the life of great men from the great books written about them. Conclusion: Indian Independence Day 2022 is a national occasion and celebrated as a national holiday on which all shops, workplaces, schools and universities remain closed. This day is a token to the freedom fighters and patriots who sacrificed their lives so we could experience and live in a free land. The tricolor is hoisted in schools and other institutions on this day. A wind of patriotism and national integration blows across the country on this day. The country is celebrating 75 Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav as it completes 75 years of independence to remind the citizens of the sacrifices made by our forefathers. Through Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav, India will commemorate its past this Independence Day and will also lay plans for the future. It is now in the hands of India's youth to shape and form the future of our country.